Hey guys, Clash with DandyDan here, bringing you another episode of Rush It. We're on 12-2. We just made Town Hall 12 not so long ago. Didn't get a ton of time to play in the last week, but I did manage to level up a couple random things, but not the major stuff, which is what hopefully we're going to do today. So right off the bat, I'm going to tell you that we're going to do this clan castle, because that's a key item. I guess I'll do this haste spell because I have the dark elixir for it. We might do something with the goblin builder. Okay, so like we could do one of these cheap builds, like the barbarian, the wizard, it'll be super cheap on gems to do it. And then we'll just get something else done with that goblin builder. Um, let's see, gold-wise, definitely do an elixir storage. I'm just going to get most of the builders going real quick. Then we'll do some raids and some builder base, the standard fare. I did put up a couple of, one short so far for the Rusty Nuts giveaway. So if you haven't joined the Clash with DandyDan YouTube server, you can do that. It's in the short. If you watch the most current one, that's the best way to do it, because those links only last for a week. Let's do another elixir storage. I'm just going to try to do all of those because they need done. And then there'll be one builder left, and then we'll kind of figure out what we're doing from there. So we actually don't need a ton of stuff. Now, I just did capital raids on here. So we don't have a ton of raid medals. That's kind of weird. I'm going to do this, and I'm going to see how much glowy I have, because lately I've been stacking up on glowy. Let's see. 19 out of, I don't want to buy more until I burn up what I have, or I'll end up overfilling, which is not good. I'm going to do the spiky ball while I'm here. I'm going to go ahead and do that. And then I guess I'll keep going with the spiky ball. And then I have just enough to do it again. Whoops, no I don't. Oh, I'm out of starry. Great. I could get that over here. I think I could probably pull that off. Let's see. Raid medals, starry. That should be just enough. Let's see. Let's go back. That way that's done. Okay. And so, yeah, we'll just mix in a couple raids here. The base is starting to look a little dirty because I got all these, obstacles everywhere, so I'll have to do a little cleanup. I'll go ahead and get that gem box just so maybe another one generates by the time I remember to do this stuff. So I guess on this one I'm just using drags. I actually didn't do the mini spotlight event on this one because I didn't have super yetis and it wasn't any fun. I did them on my higher accounts. This is like no loot. It's an easy base, but literally no loot. I think probably at this point I'm looking to do some walls. Is probably what we're going to end up doing, and then build some last thing. This loot is really terrible. Here, this is nice. It's a Town Hall 11, but, hey, whatever. I think I want something, I don't have anything else, so I guess I'm using the siege barracks. We'll pop that over here. Put the queen here. Now, she's going to be at a weird angle, so I'm going to let her go against the archer tower. I guess I have the action figure on. Sure. Pop down the minion prince. Do a little freeze on that. Pop these minions down. And then we'll go ahead and fire off the dark orb. Do a little freeze on that single inferno. Drop these double rage there just to get into the base. Not hugely worried about how this turns out. We'll freeze the other inferno there. What else would be good to freeze? Let's freeze that air defense. Freeze the inferno again. Go ahead and pop his ability. Do the lightning bolt there on that archer tower. And then we'll freeze the archer tower and the air defense. There's yet another air defense. These were placed in strange places, gotta tell you. So So yeah, I did a Rusty Nuts giveaway. That was for April, because we're in May, but May's not done counting yet. So we're still in April giveaways, and I'm running a little behind. So very soon, in the next day or so, I'll be putting out one for the Clashfiles server. And then I'll have to do a couple more to get caught up for April. Should get done just in time for May's giveaways to start. So we'll see what we get off of this chest here. It's a common one, so nothing crazy. Alright, and then we're just going to go in for another raid. I'll request, but I don't really need a clan castle, so... And I don't have any of those cakes or anything now. That's all done with. You can see I haven't done much raiding because I still have the opportunity to get 20 chests. I don't know. This is not huge loot. But I can get a win here. Let me pop the king down here. Pop her over here. Go ahead and use her ability. And then I'll just pop this over here. And then I'll drop these minions. I guess the whole army trains. I might as well just plop everything down. It's not like the old days. Let me go ahead and drop all these balloons over here, though. And then freeze. The only thing I'm really worried about here is the infernos. So the loot won't be that good, but I will get a chest. You know, that's basically why I'm doing this one, I guess. Because I have to get 20 of them. And now that I've got the majority of the loot, once it hits 0 like that, then I'm just going to end the raid. I don't care. That's fine. There we go. We got a chest. Alright, so whatever that is, great. Some glowy ore. Alright, and then we'll go in and we'll try to find a real base to hit. Yeah. Oh, here, this is great. There's a lot of gold. Alright, so... See the eagle, there's a hole there right by the town hall, so maybe I'll exploit that. So I'm going to come from this direction over here. And then we'll go ahead and burn up some of that stuff. And then I'll drop some loons over here, some loons here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Put the minion prints behind that. Another line of loons, line of these, whatchamacallits. Go ahead and drop the rage spell. Now that we're in the ballpark, I'm going to drop the king and use him like a nuclear bomb. Freeze everything. Put the queen way over here. And go ahead and fire that off. And then drop this rage. And I still haven't used any of these 7 freeze spells. So that's what we're going to do. We'll just freeze these infernos here. Kind of keep them out of play. I'll freeze that air defense, freeze another inferno. The other inferno went down. And now we'll freeze this again along with the Grand Warden just because. And see how far we make it into this. I don't know. The action hero's okay. I haven't used it that much, but it is on a few of my smaller accounts just to play with it. Sometimes I do that just to experiment with the gear, while on my main accounts I have maybe more standard gear that you would expect. It just provides something different and fun. You know, you got to change it up a little when you're playing all these accounts to keep it a little bit more lively. Alright, so here we go. I guess I'll go till, I don't know, I need a star bonus or something. So, again, we got a bunch of holes in these bases. The loot here is decent. So, I'm going to pop a couple drags down just to start. Where are the sweepers? I don't know. They're around. Okay, so now we're going to drop a line of dragons like so. We'll drop the minion prince. Whole bunch of loons. I see one of the air defenses down. Alright, so then we're just going to drop this rage. Queen, same kind of strategy. Pop the king in the hole, blow it open. Fire that off. The dark orb went way off base. And then we'll freeze this inferno. Freeze this back section. Freeze that king so he doesn't ruin my queen. Freeze the inferno and Teslas. freeze that air defense. It actually looks like it could be a somewhat decent air defense. Freeze that Inferno again, and a last freeze on the air defense, and we'll catch the cannon in it just because. And this base should be a wrap. Yeah, so far I think I've gotten a Book of Fighting, a Rune of Elixir, a statue, and like a clan house piece from these chests. Nothing crazy, and that's across several accounts. But yeah, a lot of this mumbo jumbo junk here. Alright, so we picked up a star bonus, so I think that's time to kind of chill out. We will look at some builder base. We've got a bunch of gold and elixir here. Alright, so E-Drags, we could do that, but it would be expensive on gems. But we have a lot of loot. I'm going to go ahead and do that, just because I want to get it started, and then that'll last a little longer. And then we've got 8 million in gold, and we've only got, now we could do this. It's only a 12-hour upgrade. I'm going to gem him. So that way that's done, and I spent some of that elixir. And then we'll work on walls. So, let's start with wooden walls. And we'll go plus 10 until we can't anymore. Alright, so here we go. Spending this gold, going crazy. Okay, this is all the lower walls. Getting them all caught up. Alright, now let's go look for pink walls. I guess there's not that many. We'll burn up some of that elixir, and then we'll keep going here. So that's going to be most of the loot. Is there any other cheapo walls? I guess this would be the next cheapest. So we'll do 6 of these. And then we'll do 2 more. And that pretty much spends everything. Now these are 200,000, 500,000. I'm not into the million walls yet, so I don't want to burn up my wall rings unless I have to. So I'll wait on that. Alright, so I didn't think about, I guess we're going to do the Minion Prince. Or the Barb King. I mean, what do we want to do here? I've been using the Minion Prince, so I'm going to use I'm using the King too, but we got to do something, so we'll do the King. How long is that? Only 24 hours. Actually, let's do another hero. Let's do the Archer Queen. And that's also only a day. So there we go. That way everything's cooking. And then we'll come over and take a peek at this builder base. Now, we're a Builder Hall 5, and I need that mortar. Multi-mortar. Let's see. Okay, it's 600,000. I don't know. I need some gold. I guess I'm going to have to do some raids here. Alright, so maybe if we get a star bonus, we'll come in close. I don't have wall breakers yet, so this is a problem. Alright, so let's start over here and get this crusher out of the way. And then we'll go ahead and start working this side, work that, work that. That way we at least get 50%. Go ahead and drop these right here. Try and get those to target that archer tower and the double cannon. And then we'll just kind of see where we end up if we even break through the wall. Normally I would force close the game if I wasn't on a video. Yeah, I'm not trying to play builder base like it's my life. But there's 1 star. We might have some gold in the rewards. I'll have to check and see where that's at. Alright, so I think what I'm going to do here is go mostly archers. I'm going to drop these barbs. And then there's some more outside stuff here. We'll grab some percentage. And then we'll drop everything else right there to make sure that we get the town hall. Or the builder hall, rather. And then we will knock out everything else we can, and that'll be that. We'll see where we end up. I'd like to get the 3rd star, but I just don't see it happening. No, so I'm going to go ahead and end it because I'm not going to get the 3rd star. Alright, then we'll just keep going here. Alright, let's go back to this combo here. Go ahead and knock that out. Let him come into the base a little bit. Go ahead and do that, do that. 1, 2, 3, 4. And everything right there. And that should be pretty good. You just got to suffer through this builder base stuff a little bit. If you ever want to get that 6 builder, you want to rush yourself to Builder Hall 9, and then do all the things that the auto hut says. It's like raise one of your troops up, raise a defense up. I think you got to gear like one of the cannons or archer towers or something, and get a hero maxed out, either the copter or the battle machine. Alright, so we're still going here. We're almost there. Alright, let's see. So, I think we want more archers for this one. Trying to get that double cannon out because that's pretty nasty. Go ahead and start a couple barbs. And then a couple more barbs for shielding. Even though those are sneaky archers. And then everything will be there to take out the builder hall. And then we'll see if we get the 50%. And that should get us a star bonus. We probably have another one available. It's just a matter of how much do I want to torture myself to keep playing builder base, because it's a little bit of a rough go for me, to be honest. I don't know how you guys feel about it, but I'm not a huge fan. Alright, so there we go, and we did get that, and it is not enough. So what we're gonna have to do is look and see. Okay, we got gold, we got that. And we are so close to builder gold. Let's see, we need 50 points and challenges. Why have I not gotten this clock? I mean, it should have counted up a little. I guess no one has a clock tower yet. That's annoying. And this is multiplayer battles. Okay, we can remove some obstacles, though. Alright, let's see what we got over here. We'll start here. And then that'll get us what we need to get the 1,000,000 gold, and I may have to clear it out so I can fill it up. So I may end up doing some builder base walls. We'll see. I'm just kind of going randomly for whatever I see here. There's no rhyme or reason to this. Alright, now let's see how we're looking. We're at 14, so it's coming along. Okay, there's another one. There's another one. There's another one. And then we'll probably have to pop over and start removing stuff from the builder base. And this store's 1,000,000, so I'm going to spend everything on walls. I have 5. Can I do plus 10s? Let's do that. Okay. Okay, so now I can't do everything. So let's go like this. Do -1, so it's even. Okay, I gotta get down to 330. There we go. And did I get this yet? I did. There's the builder gold. So we're just gonna cheat in that way. We're full again. And so now for 600,000, we're gonna do this bad boy. And then I could have spent the other. It's okay, no one steals your loot. But I will do these boxer giants. And then I will do this, my freebie. This is, what is this? I can't see it now. 9 hours. I mean, I could get it to finish real quick, but I really don't care. And that's only, I'll just wait. That's fine. I don't need to burn the actual potion. Alright, so there we have it. We did a little builder base. We got everything going here on the base. You know, all the builders are going and stuff. And then the other thing is that we're getting to Town Hall 12. These are all shorter builds, but you see the Clan Castle is 4 days. As we get up in level and we start, you know, getting everything to the point where it should be, and while I talk, I'll just do another raid. Some of the build times start to get a little rough, and this is when people start to quit the game. It's a concern. Not that I'm going to quit, but it's a thing. Like, if you're rushing, but you quit, then there's no point in rushing because you're going to fall so far behind. You'll probably pick the game back up at some point, and you'll be way behind again because you quit. So the idea is to not quit, okay? But you do hit a point where maybe you got 5 builders open, all the build times are long, all the upgrade costs are higher, and you're going, oh man, you know, it starts to get like frustrating, and that's kind of what makes people quit. So I am going to be starting a new series in addition to this one that's going to be called Grind Time. And it's going to be like, okay, I'm on this Town Hall 15 or whatever account, 14, 13, and all the builders are not busy, and I need to get going and get some things moving. And so it's going to be like little snapshots of different accounts that are in need and what you do to kind of just bust things out and get it going, and you grind it. So hence grind time. So I'm going to be doing that. Of course, make sure that you join the Discord servers. There's the CFF Discord server. There's the Clash with DandyDan YouTube Discord server, the Rusty Nuts Discord server, and the Kfarmhouse Discord server. I have the counting channels for all of those on those servers, and you can win an event pass on each one. It's an ongoing thing. You literally just get on there and count. You could do all 4, you could do one of them, whatever your heart's desire. Of course, subscribe, keep watching the videos, and that's all I got for you today, guys, is this bit here. So we're going to wrap this raid up and then move it along. All right. There we go. Not a very good raid, but that's okay. And we'll do a little request here. All right, guys. I think, can we upgrade something else? All right. Actually, that action figure is like the best gear that I have on this queen right now, other than the arrow. So, let's do that. And then I guess we'll do the snake bracelet. Why not? And then we'll do this vamp stash. We'll just spend everything. All right, guys, so that's all I got today. Hope to see you next time. Take care.